Listen close, the truth is rising from the dust where lies were dying. The word remains, no man can hide it. We stand as one, this is our pride. They try to split us, divide the bloodline. Say we're separate, made up a lie. But Romans 11 says God ain't done. His promise holds, he's never quit. Jew and Gentile, same breath, same soul. In Yeshua we rise above the whole. No more walls built on hate and fear. He's breaking chains, bringing us near. We're one nation, one faith, one king. Yeshua is the rat won't sink. No more divisions, no more strife. We stand united, born alive. From time to the ends of earth, God's chosen, he'll not disperse. In love and truth we walk as one. Yes, we are one in the Son. They taught replacement, the theology, a doctrine born of enemy, to tear apart what heaven made. But God's plan stays unswayed. The hallowed tree stays, still stands roots deep, not cut off, just planted to keep. The covenant sealed by grace and fire. Both branches grow, both lifted higher. No throne, no law, no false belief can break the bond that Christ did give. When nations clash, when tongues divide, the Spirit calls, come side by side. No throne, no law, no false belief can break the bond that Christ did give. When nations clash, when tongues divide, the Spirit calls, come side by side. One nation, one faith, one king. Yeshua is the rock, won't sink. No more divisions, no more strife. We stand united, born alive. From side to the ends of earth, God's children, he'll not disperse. In love and truth we walk as one. Yes, we are one in the Son. The name above all names.
All right. Finally got it up and running. Still learning some stuff. All right. Hope everybody is staying warm. Yes, it is pretty cold here, even for Florida. So I want to show you some of the books that I actually read on a almost regular basis, because I switch off it every now and then. So we're gonna start off with the actual Bibles I have, right? So the very first Bible I'm gonna show is the obvious. I gave mine away a few times and I had to go and rebuy it again. It's the good old King James Version Bible. This one, for me, it's hard to read. As you realize that from yesterday, I was bumbling through the words. People that grew up reading the King James, it's nothing for them. It's more fluent. But for me, sometimes I get tongue twisted. So I generally don't use this Bible to try to get my point across or to try to, I wouldn't say teach, but to help others understand. All right. This one I generally use for myself, and on certain verses I'll use it for other people or the post that may post on it. So it's more, this Bible is more for me than trying to read it to somebody or anything like that. So that's one Bible. I got many. The next one is the Amplified Bible. This one, when I do my readings on Tuesdays or Monday nights, it's coming out of this Bible. Easy read, easy to understand. It breaks it down so good. Pretty much the Bible itself destroys um replacement theology and oneness. But this one does it even better because it includes a lot of things. Like I'm gonna go to Genesis real quick. I want to show you where it destroys the oneness Pentecostals. By the way, I am a Trinitarian Pentecostal, but we don't associate with the oneness people. But I just wanted to show you something real quick. I'm trying to look for it real quick. Give me 1 second. And then, okay, so here we go. I think it's verse 26, Genesis 1, verse 26. I'm just gonna read it as it is written in this Bible. Then God said, "Let us," and then parentheses, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, close parentheses, make man in our image according to our likeness, open quotation. I think that is not physical, but spiritual personality and moral likeness. Close quotation. And let them have complete authority over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and the cattle, and over the entire earth, and over everything that creeps and crawls on the earth. Then it goes and it gives you other verses where you can find this. Psalms 104, verse 30, Hebrews chapter 1, verse 2, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3. So it goes into great detail. And then at the bottom of it, it gives its own commentary. Here's a really interesting thing about this Bible, right? This Bible was I'll just read it to you, right? The story of the Amplified Bible is a remarkable story of faith, hope, and love. It is the story of a woman, a foundation, a committee, and a publisher. Commitment, energy, enthusiasm, and giftedness. These are the words that paint the picture of the making of this translation. Frances Stewart was a woman with an intense dedication to the study of the Bible. It was Mrs. Stewart, she was married, who laid the foundation of the Amplified Bible, devoting her life to a familiarity with the Bible with the Hebrew and Greek languages. She she understood both languages, which will result in the publication of this unique translation. Every vision needs visionaries willing to follow the cause. The story of this dream is no different. Miss Stewart's vision was seen by a California nonprofit foundation called the Lockman Foundation, made up of Christian men and women who, through their commitment, their expertise, and their financial support, undergirded Mrs. Stewart's monumental translation project. The Lockman Foundation's purpose remains today what is was then to promote Bible translation, Christian evangelicalism, giftedness. The things versions are made of describes the efforts of the committee appointed by the Lockman Foundation to carefully review the impressive work of Miss Stewart, or is it Miss Seward? Yeah, it's Miss Seward. Sorry. The editorial board, made up of a dedicated scholars, lent credibility and organization to this unprecedented attempt to bring out the richness of the Hebrew and Greek languages within the English text itself. One chapter yet remained to bring the vision into reality. A publishing house in Grand Rapids, Michigan, on its way to become a major religious publishing firm, seized the opportunity to participate in a project that all visionaries involved strongly believed would be used by God to change lives. The Zondervan Publishing House joined the team. And those who don't know what Zondervan is a publishing, it's a Christian publishing where we get most of our Bibles. The King James comes from that um publishing as well. And then there's others. There's like the Holman. There's many others. Zondervan is really big as a publishing Christian publishing house. Joined the team and dream and became reality with the publication of the Amplified New Testament in 1958, followed by the two-volume Amplified Old Testament in 1962 and 64, and the one-volume Amplified Bible in 1965. Since the Amplified Bible was first translated, there have been changes in both the style and the usage of English language. Therefore, it seemed appropriate for the Lockman Foundation to revisit this well-loved translation of God's Word. According to Dr. Robert J. Lambeth, president of the Lockman Foundation, established a translation team, and under his leadership, the project was developed and completed in 2015. The result is a new Amplified Bible translation that is contemporary and firmly based on the foundation established by the Complete Amplified Bible of 1965. So this woman had a vision of this Bible, and she got the men to basically write the Bible for her. They put her vision into this Bible, which is the if we go into her history, she was a Sunday school teacher as well. So her vision was to make the Bible easy to read and easy to understand. So and that this Bible does a great job of that. My next Bible, I have a lot. Bear with me. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me go get it. I forgot that one Bible, but I got it right here. Give me a second. Man. This one It's one of my favorites to use. It's the Jeremiah Study Bible, Dr. David Jeremiah. It's a New King James Version. As you can see, it has a lot of usage. This Bible is so in depth and so great. At the beginning of every book, it gives you the story of the book, and then there's a QR code. If you can see it, you use your phone or your tablet for that QR code, and a short video will pop up with him on it. I recommend this Bible for anybody that's trying to learn and get good knowledge out of it. This is a good Bible. Not All right. These these three Bibles are some of the oldest ones, even though the King James one is brand new because I just bought it. But like I said, I constantly give it out and then wind up buying it again. So whenever I'm giving away Bibles, it's usually going to be the King James or the New King James. I'll only stick to those two for giving away because the other ones, some of them are missing verses. We already know that, but NIV, so I don't read that book anymore. Even though I started with the NIV, but once you graduate, pretty much you you can move on from the NIV. All right, so to some of the newer Bibles I got. This big heavy one is the Interlinear Bible. It's written in Hebrew, Greek, and English. I would show it to you, but as you can see, everything is small. So in the old Testament, it's written in Hebrew, translated with the English at the bottom. New Testament is written in Greek, translated in English at the bottom as well, or on the side. Good Bible, but very small. And if you need glasses, like I do sometimes, hard to see without them. My next new Bible, Complete Jewish Bible by David H. Stern. Again, the words are small for you guys to see, but on here, on this Bible, it's like the King James. It doesn't have any commentaries, but the the titles of the books, like Genesis, on the left side is written in Hebrew, on the right side in English. The names of each person in the Bible is written in Hebrew. The names of God is in Hebrew. So Abraham, we know it's Abraham. Adonai, we know it's the Father. Then it's Elohim. There's a whole thing of a whole thing of names and translations, or not translations, but names written in Hebrew. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like the glossary, that's what it is. Hebrew with English meaning. So it basically gives you like you feel the Jewishness of the Bible. And then Jesus, his name is Yeshua in the Hebrew Bible. Really good Bible. Recommend it for those of you trying to understand the Jewishness of the Bible. This is the good one. Recommend it. My next one is similar to this one, but that one is going to have commentaries and it's a better detail. So, without further ado, the Complete Jewish Bible. It's a study Bible. This one has commentaries. It has a backstory to how the Bible came to life. So it includes the Mishnah, the Talmud, and there's another one, Tosefta. It's Tosefta. I guess it was a commentary on the Mishnah. So when you listen to like rabbis and they mention the Mishnah and they reference the Talmud, this is what they're talking about. So the Talmud is not a religious book. It even tells you here that it's, but the Talmud references a lot of the Bible, like the Old Testament and the traditions, and then there's also the Gemara as well. And the Talmud had there are two Talmuds. There's the Jerusalem Talmud and the Babylonian Talmud. So the Babylonian Talmud is are referred as they give you the little references like A and B right next to it where it came from. And it's the Talmud. It says it right here. A Talmudic discussion refer to a modern scholar studies of the biblical canon begins begins a bachelor. So their titles is different because all of this is a discussion between rabbis, right? Of of the Bible itself. That's what the Talmud is. It's just rabbis having discussion, and that's it. It's not a biblical book, something that they go off of. All right, so that's it for the Bibles. I do have a Tony Evans Study Bible, but it's a CSB. CSB, I don't recommend that for anybody. It's just like the NIV that has missing it has missing verses in it. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta go get another book. Right. Check this out. All right. So now we get into the big thing of it. Woo-hoo. All right. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of books, man. Like maps. There's maps. There's maps. There's overviews. There's layouts. There's everything. It's like you know which countries the references today. So there's a lot that goes. I gotta connect this bad boy up. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Two. Man, you think I listened to the? Come on now. This is what we do, yo. I don't even know where my thing is at. Yeah. I'm back and forth today. I need my charger. Give me a second. Crack. Uh, check this out, yo. This is what we do. Yeah, we fight the demonic realm like crazy. I just had my phone. I don't know. I thought I had this connected. Give me a second, guys. I'm looking for something real quick. I thought I had it in my hand, but I guess I didn't. Where the heck is it? Let's see if I can get it to reach. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I thought I had it in my hand. All right, cool. We're back. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Anybody that knows that? All right, I got it. All right, we're good. It goes a lot into it. All right, connect this real quick. All right, we up and running again. So these things are a little cool too. These are inserts, Bible inserts, filled with a whole bunch of information, dates, times, and where everything took place on most things. The Bible maps. This is great. Because you place these over the maps. There's inserts, so you can tell what countries are which from today to the from the Old Testament. So you can know Canaan is Israel. You know what parts of the Hittites came from Turkey. Assyria is Syria. Babylon is Iraq. So on and so forth. So these maps are really good to help understand everything. All right, that's it for the Bibles. Getting into the rest of these books, there's a lot to go through. I have a lot. All right, some of the newer ones I got deals with anti-Semitism. This one deals with anti-Semitism. Of course, it is about the rise and fall of the Third Reich, which is Hitler's Germany. But a lot of it goes into details of what he did to the Jewish people. And the stuff that we know doesn't even scratch the surface, because the writer of this book was actually on the ground when it happened, because he was a journalist, and he followed Hitler and the Germans throughout the whole entire war in Germany. So a lot of good information out of this one, right? Then one of my favorite authors and people that I listen to, Dr. Michael Brown, Christian Anti-Semitism. This book is really good. He has another one. I have it around here somewhere. It's one of his original books. You can give me another minute, and I can see if I can locate it real quick. Give me a second. Let's see if I can locate it. Yeah. Yeah, I can't mention Dr. Michael Brown without mentioning one of his most famous books. Our Hands Are Stained with Blood. So his books deal with what's going on in the world, especially here in the U.S. with the anti-Semitism. As those of you know, I do that every Friday, well, Thursday night, Friday. So those of you know about that. That's what I talk about on Thursday and Friday, which is anti-Semitism and all the craziness that goes on into the world. So that's for that one. And then, oh, one more Bible. I forgot about this one. This one is the Tyndale Bible. Actually, there is another Bible I have too. It's another King James version, but it's the 1611 edition, which includes the Apocrypha in its entirety before they took it out. Yes, I read the Apocrypha too. I still hold it as part of the Bible. Tinsdale Bible. The history behind this one, when Tinsdale was writing it, it is said that he didn't complete it. From what I understood, I could be wrong in this part. But Tinsdale was actually put to death. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this. I could be wrong. I think it was King James that actually put him to death. and charged them with blasphemy. I haven't really dug through this Bible too much, but it looks like it has all of the books to it. But I do know that he didn't complete it. Somebody else may have completed it for him. Yeah, so if you want to look up the story of Tinsdale, it'll tell you that. All right, some of the other books that I go through, as you can see, there's some history, some Bibles, a lot of Bibles, a lot of Bibles. More history. This one is a more recent book. It's like a year old. It's a book about Israel. The crazy thing about this one, I haven't finished it, but it goes into the talks about the Bible, talks about King David's reign. It mostly deals with the Old Testament. The author of this book, which is Daniel Gordis, I believe he was born here in the U.S., but then was living in Israel. Don't quote me on it because it's been a while since I touched this book. But through this book, I understood the mistreatment of the Jewish people during World War II from the United States. We closed the borders to the Jewish people as they were trying to leave Germany, even though we had Jewish people um, serving it in our own military, and we were killing Jewish people along with the African American during the segregation years and all that stuff. So he touches a lot on that stuff. So good book. I recommend it. The next book, The 6 Day War. This book is very popular. Now, I completed this book not by reading it. I have it on audio. So the way that 6 Day War ended, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was through the hand of God. That is it. 6 days. And there was 7 countries against one. And those 7 countries got demolished. Yes, Israel took some deaths and got hurt a little bit. But those other countries, they lost weaponry. They got demolished, man. You understood the way it played out. It was it was brilliant, and the only one that could do that was God. Next book. A lot of people don't like this pastor because he's charismatic and he is pro-Israel, and he may have said some things that out of context. But I love him, and I think he's an amazing pastor. He's none other than John Hagee in defense of Israel. Now, this pastor, he does a lot of work for the Jewish people. I mean, a lot of work. He's in Israel almost every year. He has very powerful Jewish rabbis come to his church, talk to the people, and then and these rabbis, these rabbis, and also the government officials of Israel come to his church. People inside of Bibi Netanyahu's cabinet go to his church and talk to the people. He donates millions and millions of dollars to Israel, to the IDF. So he works his butt off to help out the Jewish people. And he gets a lot of slack for it. It is what it is. That's part of the anti-Semitism, which say that for Friday. Here's another book by the same pastor. Earth Last Empire, The Final Game of Thrones. John Hagee. And what's it about? You guessed it. Israel and the final days. Revelation. It's a prophetic book. So I think I have one more book from him, but I'm not gonna look for it right now. I already think I have enough books to show you for tonight. Moving on. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this guy. Man, a lot of books. The books I'm showing you, it's not even half, man. It's not even half of what I got. Should I switch it up? Yeah, I think it's best if I switch it up. So, all right, I'll show you the other book in a few minutes. Might as well get through this one because the other pastor, he does prophetic, and he also touches on the spiritual as well. So, next book is by another teacher that I listen to a lot. He's a Messianic rabbi. His name, Jonathan Cahn. The book, The Avatar. It's a prophetic book. This one, I've also finished it via audio. Talks about the authors, the breaking into the, Jezebel's daughter breaking in. Talks about Jezebel. A lot of the the bad people of the Old Testament, right? And how it relates to what's going on, like Moloch. Moloch is an actual goddess. I think it's no Ishtar. Ishtar was the goddess, right? So I'll just read it for you, a piece of it. As Baal leads to Ishtar and Ishtar to Moloch, so the sexual revolution that overtook American and Western culture would lead to the sacrificing of the most innocent. Talking about abortion, right? Females committing abortion, killing the babies. Those gods in the Old Testament, that's what they did, right? He talks about Satan. So to understand, the kingdom of the gods, the part of this book is the old gods, the fake ones, the false. of the Old Testament: Baal, Moloch, Ishtar, and many others that they did that the that they were worshiping to and got destroyed, so on and so forth. And then it's pretty much the return of those gods, because Moloch is like the abortion. Ishtar is the sexual goddess, which which also deals with sexual immorality, and we see that all over America. So that's what this dealing with that. All of our immoralities of America coming from the ancient the the ancient the Old Testament gods that were bringing into America, which is stupid and sucks. His next book, it was his newest one, The Dragon's Prophecy. This one is Israel and the dark resurrection and the end of days. It's about what's happening right now in Israel and leading up to the book of Revelation. Crazy thing about this book, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember. It was written right before October 7th, 2023. So it has a lot of information in there that came true. Very good book. So I do recommend Jonathan Cahn to people. Besides the prophetic that he does teach a lot of the Jewish traditions. He goes into the Talit, the the kippah, the menorahs, um, the Jewish holidays. He breaks that all down. He also deals with the spiritual as well. So he's the jack of all trades as far as teaching. There are things that I've learned from him that I can't learn from an American pastor, simply because they're not knowledge in the areas that he is. Being that he is Jewish, he he's got family in Israel. He frequents Israel a lot. He goes there a lot, so he knows the culture. He knows the culture. He knows the traditions. He knows the holidays. He's Jewish, so if you want to know the Jewishness of the Bible, he is one of the ones that I rely on. And the other one, I'm still waiting for his book to come out, which is Rabbi Eduardo Arroyo, which is he's known as Radar Apologetics. He has a congregation up in New York City, Lower Manhattan. It's called Upper Room NYC. Go ahead and go check it out if you're in the New York area. He, he has a link that he goes live on every day. Well, not every day. Take that back. Not every day. Every Saturday, because that's when they meet. His teachings are phenomenal. I've learned so much from him. Again, I love all my pastors, even the one that I attend, my personal pastor. But there are just some things that no American pastor, no matter how hard they try, can teach that a messianic Jewish Jewish teacher can teach, simply because they know the culture. They they know the livelihood of the Jewish people, because they're Jewish themselves. So you can't get a better teaching from anyone else other than a Jewish person who loves Yeshua. That's just my opinion. Some other people can think other things, but my opinion, you want to know the entire Bible down to its core. A Messianic Jew is the best way to learn from. A good one. There's some bad ones out there, but a good one. The two I just told you about, Eduardo Arroyo and Jonathan Kahn. I recommend them wholeheartedly. All right, now we're gonna start digging into the spiritual. So this next pastor, he also deals with the prophetic, but he also deals with the spiritual, right? I am talking about, get all his books together. I already showed you his Bible. So just give me one more minute. Make sure I got all his books. Oh, I forgot one more. I remember I told you I have another book by John Hagee somewhere. Here it is. The Battle for Jerusalem. This one breaks down the whole Muslim versus Jews wars that's been going on since the beginning of time. All right. All right. So as I was saying, the next pastor is Dr. David Jeremiah. His books are phenomenal. I get books from him every month. This one's after the rapture. Deals with Revelation. 90% of my books in the house come from him. Right? So I'm not gonna spend too much time on each book because there's a lot to go through. Spiritual Warfare. Dr. David Jeremiah. Slaying of the Giants in Your Life. Again, Spiritual Warfare. Dr. David Jeremiah. All right, so this one, he goes in, he's dealing with the book of Daniel. It's called the Handwriting on the Wall. Very good book. Dr. David Jeremiah. I think I might leave that one out. Might have to go back into that one. All right, so there's more. There's more. I thought I was fully prepared, but I didn't have the books in order. So my apologies, man. Here's another one. The Spiritual Warfare Answer Book. Dr. David Jeremiah. He's not a Pentecostal either. He's a Baptist, a Southern Baptist, and with all the stuff that he deals with, you would think that he's a Pentecostal because he deals with a lot of spiritual warfare stuff. He also breaks down the Jewish people because he's another one that goes to Israel every year. He also has delegates that come from like whoever is the prime minister in Israel. Right now we know it's Bibi, and before that I forgot who it was. Their delegates attend that church sometimes to talk to the people. So he also, like John Hagee, donates a lot of money, helps the Jewish people as well. So he's another big supporter of the Jewish people, Dr. David Jeremiah. If I ever show you this one, Keep the Faith, How to Stand Strong in a World Turned Upside Down. That's also dealing, at the time that he wrote this book, we were dealing with COVID. So this one, and there was another one. I have the book over there. I have a lot of books, yo. So I can't go through every single one of them tonight. Just can't. I'm just giving you a basic breakdown of what I got. But he has another book over there. Um, I have. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it because it was written during COVID. Give me 1 second. I think it was this one. No, it wasn't that one. Yeah, it was mm, I have a lot, man. You know, I can't find it right now. I have a lot of his books. He his books are like phenomenal. But the one, I don't think it was this one, After the Rapture. No, it wasn't this one. It was something, another one. But I can't find it. I can't remember it. Give me 1 second. Was it this one? David Jeremiah. Yeah, it's called When Your World Falls Apart. I have that book somewhere. That one was written during COVID. All right, I have the title of it, and I don't know where the book is. It's around here somewhere. It's called When Your World Falls Apart by Dr. David Jeremiah. That one was written during COVID. Very powerful book. It'll help you get through some of your toughest times as well. Oh, here's another one that he did. The next, this one's the Christmas book, The Nativity. He also did a movie for it. It's called The Nativity. Breaks down the birth of the Messiah. Here's another one he did. 60 Days of Prophecy. Yeah, so I told you he's also well rounded in certain areas. Um, he deals with a lot of history, a lot of prophetic, a whole ton of prophetic, and a lot of stuff of Israel and the Jewish people. The man is well rounded in those areas. So when it comes to the prophetic, he's one of the ones I go to. All right, so moving along, we're almost done for the night for this. As everybody knows, I am a Pentecostal. We believe in the fivefold ministry. So this book by Jack Hayford is about that, the understanding of the fivefold ministry. Basically, who are the apostles today? How do you identify a true prophet, evangelist, a pastor, teacher, so on and so forth? There's false people in each of those categories. There's false apostles, there's false prophets, false evangelists, false pastors, false teachers, and there's also true apostles, true prophets, true evangelists, true pastors, and true teachers, right? Easiest one about the prophet, somebody prophesies something and it comes true, makes him a good prophet. Ones that prophesy and comes false, stay away from, right? So that's it for that one. I know some of you ain't gonna agree with that, but since we're on that topic, here's another one by Rick Renner. Hard read because the book is so massive, right? It's apostles and prophets, their roles in the past, the present, and the last days. What their jobs are, pretty much. But it's a lot. It's like massive. This book is massive, right? That deals with that. Now we're getting into some of my favorite people. And a lot. Oh, one more again from Dr. David Jeremiah. See, I told you he has a lot of books, and I keep forgetting. This is by far one of my favorite books from him. The Book of Signs, right? It deals with the prophetic and the apocalypse. Basically, what it deals with is the Book of Revelation, right? From Israel, Italy. Israel, the first part, the international signs of Israel, Europe, Russia, Babylon, America, blah, blah, blah. The cultural signs is materialism, the immorality, the radical Islam. The heavenly signs is the rapture, the resurrection, the heaven. Tribulation signs is the four riders, the Antichrist, the 144,000, the two witnesses, the dragon, the mark of the beast, Armageddon. Absolutely one of my favorites. I still read this book to this day. Even though I finished it via audio, I got two of these books. I keep getting them. I share it with people. Some of them get really scared because if you're not up to date with that stuff, it can be scary. So one of my favorite books. I tell you, he has a lot. I'm part of his book club, and he sends me books every month. All right, getting into some of my other favorite apostles and pastors, and some of you are already made it known that you guys don't like these people, but that's your preference, and this is mine. I'm going to start with Apostle Alexander Bagani. The Secret to Deliverance, The Secret to Generational Curses, and The Secrets of Maintaining Your Deliverance. The first book, I'm almost finished with it. The other two, I kind of skimmed through it because I have a lot of books to go through. So this is 100% dealing with the spirits, and a lot of stuff I agree with. It talks about the eyes being the windows to the demonic spirits. If you let them in, it's like basically when you're watching TV or you're watching something that's evil. It's like a window. Your eyes are windows. And before he even read that book, we already We already believed in it because if we if we give the devil an opening, he's gonna take it every single time. The next book I got is I got more of this guy's books too. He has a lot. Apostle Greg Locke. He's one of my favorites. Weapons of Our Warfare. Sometimes he does things that I don't like, but hey, I'm not perfect either. But he is one that I can trust as a pastor. And if I know I'm gonna go through a battle, he'll be in it too. Here's another one of his book, Cast It Out. Obviously, talking about demons. They are real. You got to cast them out. Another one of my favorites, Apostle Mike Signorelli. Yes, some people are gonna hear that name and start saying some things because he's not well liked outside of the Pentecostal realm. But that's your preference. This is and he's my preference. Inherit Your Freedom. Talks about how to maintain yourself freely. Pretty much fighting against the demonic spirits and not falling victim to it. Here's another two people. This one, Vladimir Savchuk, Build Fire, dealing with the demonic as well. How to overcome storms, how to help you overcome difficulties in life. Last but not least of the group of the demon slayers that I like is Isaiah Saldivar. How to cast out demons. Believe it or not, casting out demons is a thing that still happens today. It's happened in my church, so I've seen it. So I know those things are real. The demons are real, and they're not fun to play with. And you should never play with a demon. And what I mean, not fun to play with, is casting them out. Because it takes a whole lot to cast out a demon for some people, and for some people is just mention the name of Jesus, boom, gone. That's how it should be. But the person that's hosting the demon, if they are constantly inviting them back in, then that's where the trouble begins. One more for tonight. One more book. One of the fairly new ones, written by Mossab Youssef, a former Islamist terrorist that used to work for Hamas, that did switch over to the IDF and work for Mossad for Israel, and is now a Christian and fights for Israel. Called Son of Hamas. Why is it called Son of Hamas? Because his father is one of the founding fathers of Hamas. Still is. But since he became a Christian and he switched over to Israel, he has been kicked out of the family. He's banished from his family, can't even talk to them anymore. not allowed back in unless he goes back to Islam, which he's not gonna do. So that's not even half of the books I have. It's just not. If I try to go through every book I have, we'll be here for like another 3, 4 hours. So that's it, guys. You know, the other books I may do another stream because I got a book from Derek Prince. I got a lot more from David Jeremiah, and so on and so forth. Derek Prince's books is pretty good, and I also got some from John Ramirez, and I got books that has layouts of the biblical land of Israel, the temple, the tabernacle. So listen, when I talk about Israel, I'm not shooting from the hip, man. As you can see, I read a lot, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just hitting the Google search button every time. And yes, like I said, you're not gonna agree with every pastor that I read books from, but they're all connected to Israel and the Jewish people. In some way, form, or fashion, they're all connected. We are all connected to the Jewish people, right? Because every single book that I mentioned, uh, it mentions the Bible in it, Old and New Testament, every single one of them. Maybe I'm not 100% sure about this one. I think I haven't gone all the way into it, but it definitely mentions the Old Testament. It definitely mentions the Old Testament. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at some things here. Because I haven't gone through this whole book yet. It does mention the Old Testament a lot. I'm not so sure about the new one. But nonetheless, it still brings you to the Bible through the Old Testament. Because it's a historical book of Israel. Oh, cool. In the back, I'm reading the appendix in the back of the book. It gives you a definition of or the brief meanings of the shofar, the Sinai, the Shetel, the Talmud, right? It says post-biblical text and is still the primary religious text studied by traditional Jews around the world. That part is incorrect, um, because you speak to a lot of Jews, they would tell you that it's not that way. But he may have encountered so many people that do read it, because there are Jews that still read the Talmud, but there's a lot in some of the books I mentioned in that Bible I mentioned. it tells you that it's not a religious text. The Torah is mentioned. The Torah is mentioned. Yeah, so the Old Testament is mentioned for sure, but I haven't seen anything yet for the New Testament. But nonetheless, great book because it's not a religious text; it's a history text about the nation of Israel. All right, I think that's it. That's it for tonight for the books. That's it. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed it. Love you guys, and I'm not 100% sure if I'll be on tomorrow or later on today, I should say. I got some family things I want to do, hang out with the family. But if not, you'll see me either Monday night or Tuesday for the reading, the Bible reading, and that's it. That's it. And then I might squeeze one in the middle of the week, and then obviously Friday. I might use some of these books for Friday. All right. Instead of, I'm thinking, I've been doing the current events every Friday and what's happening with the Jews. I mean, we pretty much know that there's a fight going on, but maybe I can touch on some of the history of Israel itself, some of the battles they went through, that they are going through, and give a little bit more history instead of talking about attacks, because history is also part of defeating anti-Semitism as well. If people understand the history, they'll get a better perception of the Jewish people. All right, that's it. Time for me to go lay my head down somewhere, somewhere on my bed. God bless you. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like today's content, please subscribe, hit the like button, and that's it. One more time. That's it. God bless you. Love you. Be blessed in the name of Yeshua. Oh, the last flag I got. It reads, hold on, give me a second. It reads, do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed. Revelation 5:5. King, Savior, hope. God bless. Have a great day.
Yeah, listen up, feel the fire in the beat. Two nations, one faith, can't you see? Jewish and Christian, hand in hand, united. Satan's got no power where love is ignited. I'm a son of Abraham, born with the Calvins. You're a child of the promise, both of us anointed. We don't fight each other, we stand as one army against the lies that try to tear our unity. From Jerusalem to New York, hear the call. Same God above, not divided by a wall. Hebrew tongue, English prayer, different words, same truth. The King of Kings came down, his blood bought our youth. One family, under the same sky, Jew and Gentile, standing tall, no lie. Satan wants division, he's been lying since sin, but Yeshua fought for us, he won the war. All the weapon formed against us shall prosper. Our Father reigns, his kingdom won't falter. We rise together through the storm and flame. One heart, one one hope, our eternal name. They tried to split us with history's pain, but we know the truth is sealed by the same name. The Torah, the gospel, same divine breath, same Messiah, same victory, same death. A sin, there is a direction, life evermore. We walk in light, we've seen the dawn, open wide when the Prince of Peace was nailed. Now alive, no shadow can hold. No matter the language, no matter the land, from Sinai to Calvary, the plan remains. One church, one nation, fulfilling this war. We're built on rock, we'll never fall. We're one family, under the same sky. Jew and Gentile, standing tall, no lie. Satan wants division, he's been lying since even Yeshua fought for us. He won the war, all he knows. Weapon fought against us shall prosper. Our Father reigns, his kingdom won't falter. We rise together through the storm and flame. One heart, one hope, our eternal name.